What are the things you think the government is sort of looking at in particular, and what are the key learnings for you as an organization which is working so closely with the government?
So there, what we've seen is there is a clear vision that the government has and many of the departments have on what they want to do with enabling citizens with greater access and use of technology, and a simplified way to engage, a more transparent way to look at information. For example, in some of the programs that we've seen, we've put in place artificial intelligence technologies, we put in place machine learning and data predictability technologies, which we believe have helped the government in increasing some of the receipts that they've had with respect to tax. And this has made a huge difference because these platforms make it easier for government to see the overall structure and make changes as is appropriate.
And as an organization yourself, as a private sector organization, sort of how government and private sector will work going forward?
I think here the way we've seen it work is if companies are able to support the vision, the digital vision of the government, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity. We're seeing this in different departments. We've had a clear focus in one or two areas where we have a real depth, but there is opportunity across all governments, and we are also starting to see many states now jump into this.
Now, as a leading technology company, one of the biggest in India and the leader in the world as well, how do you think technology has adapted itself to VUCA? I mean, that's the critical element which we need to understand, how technology itself is adapting to this uncertainty.
So there, what we see is there are ways that technology is allowing its own adaptation because of the uncertainty. Take an example of what we see on e-commerce. Today, the ability for e-commerce to help us as individual consumers to make more intelligent decisions, to guide us into choices, to self-select some patterns, while sometimes it may appear intrusive, is a huge leap forward for technology for the right reasons. When guided properly, these sorts of decision-making parameters are huge adaptations of technology, which make ordinary life much simpler for consumers' use. Then we look at technology which is adapted in a large country like ours to allow distribution of goods, distribution of other means of equity. That has made it very easy for a large population like ours to benefit from it. Then you look at technology which has helped banks, again, the banking sector, both in India and worldwide, to create much better ways of linking up with the consumers all around. We've seen some changes in the way technology and especially bandwidth has expanded massively. That has allowed many activities which were taking hours and sometimes days to be completed in minutes and sometimes seconds, and which makes it easier for people to use this technology. So technology is adapting to make sure that we progress in this uncertain and volatile setup. And that makes it easier for all of us.